Hey Pookies! Oh my goodness! Is this another channel? Is this my second channel?
Woo!
Yeah, it is. I've been getting so many requests to do more like laid back videos, more relaxed videos, more yapping, hanging out, having fun type of videos. So that's what we're gonna do. Not long ago, I had a Snapchat memory pop up and it was this picture. And it reminded me of how when I used to live at home, my little sisters would always let me do these crazy extravagant makeup looks on them because they weren't allowed to use makeup yet and we weren't going anywhere.
Hey, yo!
So they could just easily wash it off. And it allowed me to like experiment and have some more fun. And I thought this look was very fun. Obviously, I didn't really know what I was doing. So the look is a little bit of a mess. It's just a teeny tiny bit of a mess, but we're gonna fix it up. We're gonna do it again. I'm getting ready to actually film a video for my main channel, which I do commentary, in case you didn't come from there. Ooh, forgot to mute my phone. So I think the main goal for over here is just to have it be a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more laid back. Obviously, we're still gonna have fun and do what we do, but it's going to be less serious than my other channel and just kind of whatever I want to post. Because I feel like lately I've been getting in my head quite a lot about what I'm posting, when I'm posting it, if it's going to be good. And obviously I can take some creative liberties, but this will give me a chance to take more creative liberties. So over here, it's going to be more makeup videos. Obviously, we're going to be yapping together, makeup tutorials, and then vlogs, because I'm getting vlog requests. So vlog requests, travel vlogs, all of those things, we're going to get into it, okay? I'm going to take you through how we did this eyeshadow look. So when I look at this picture, I see an orange, I see like a pinky or maybe like a brighter orange, and then I see just like a bright blue. I don't know what palettes I used at the time, but today we're probably going to be using the Revolution Marvelous Mattes palette for the pink, for the orange. It looks more brown, but I promise it is more orange. Yeah, we're going to do that. Use this palette, and then I'm also going to use the Revolution Forever Flawless Birds of Paradise palette. This is what it looks like on the inside. I think that this blue, here, what color is this? Macaw. I think that will be really good, and I think this tweet could also be good. This cardinal could also be good, but I'll let you know what I'm using when I'm using it. I'll start with my eyebrows. We'll skip through it and I'll come back to yapping with you once the eyebrows are done. All of the products that I use, you can find linked in the description. You will also be able to find my affiliate links for all of these products also in the description. The concealer that I use that I really like using is the Sephora Best Skin. Ooh, focus girl. The Sephora Best Skin Ever, and I use my lighter shade. I use three different shades of this. The lighter shade is 34.5N, and the darker shade I use is 44Y. And shrinkflation has gotten to the makeup girlies' eye. It's really aggravating. This is the original, and this is the new one. Okay, this big one was 9 milliliters, and this one is 5 milliliters. Anyways, this shade is 20p because when they changed the packaging, the formulation is more or less the same. I mean, the new formulation is not as full coverage. It's a little bit more creamy. It has to sit for a little bit longer. But when they changed the packaging, they also changed the colors. So I don't know. I'm just using this sparingly, and we'll come up with a substitute when I've got the time, girl. So I carve out the bottom of my brow. I do not cover out the top of my brow. That's something that is very different from the way I did makeup in the original photo. So we're just gonna carve out the bottom. I did it. And now I'm going to fill in my eyebrow. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Ebony. There's also a different one of this. I think it's called the Brow Definer. It's a little bit thicker. I don't like that. I like a thin little pencil because I want it to look like I have actual eyebrow hairs. On video, it might not read that way, but in person, it definitely does. Brows are done. Now I'm just going to take that same concealer, put it all over my lid, and blend it out with a Real Technique Deluxe Crease brush. It's just a fluffy brush. Anyone will do. I think one thing that one thing I love about makeup is it's fun. It's like a way to be expressive and creative, but also, I don't know, it's one of those things that when I did not have a lot of disposable income or like a lot of money, it's something that I could still do that was like fun and creative and made me feel good about myself, but it didn't take a lot of resources from me. The loose face powder I'm almost always using is One Size's loose setting powder, and I use it in the shade Sweet Honey. I have it, I'm not gonna lie, I have it in 3 shades because certain shades are better for certain times. So I will use Sweet Honey in the winter because it works best. And when I'm a little bit darker, I will use it in the dark deep shade because then I have to use less of another powder. And I find this one, I have like pretty oily skin. I find this one works very well in absorbing extra oils on my face. So I really like it. It is a little bit on the pricier side, but before I was using One Size, I was using the Maybelline Fit Me loose powder, and those also work very, very well. So once that's all set, and it is, I'm trying to decide. I think I'm gonna go in with this orange shade in the Revolution palette, and I'm just going to take a fluffy blending brush from e.l.f. I'm gonna start with this Toucan Play. Get it? Like a little fun play on words. This Toucan Play shade in the Birds of Paradise palette, and run that all through the crease on. I do both eyes at the same time. It's just way easier for me to do it like that. So yeah, just gonna take it. I also love that I have so much like lid space. It makes it so much fun. So I'm just going to take that. I like to pack it on the outside and then blend through. So I'm focusing this a little bit in the crease, but mostly above the crease. So this is going to be my transition shade. And what I'm also gonna do is just take it and like wing it up and out a little bit on that outer corner, because I think I had like an interesting cut crease moment going on here. So yeah, wing that out just slightly to set the foundation for the darker colors that we are about to bring into the look. And I go basically right up to my brow, keeping most of the concentration in that crease. Now, gotta figure out the right color. I think I'm going to take, let me swatch here. What's the vibe? I just did like a very, very light swatch. So this is Cardinal, this is Tweet, and this is the pink shade that has no name. I didn't press into the pan very lightly because I don't want to. I just don't want to. I think Tweet looks like it's the right shade for this right now. So I'm just going to take a more dense, fluffy brush. Ooh, I have glitter on my fingers. Take a more dense, fluffy brush from Real Techniques. It is the Essential Crease Brush. I think I just got these in a set because I don't really like replace my makeup that often or my brushes that often, but I needed to. So like I said, I'm just gonna dig into Tweet, and that is going to stay like just in the crease, like that. So I'll just pack it in the crease before blending that out. And again, not blending up and out like we did with the last one, just trying to keep it very concentrated in the crease. It'll look crazy until you're done. That's one thing. It'll always look a little bit crazy until you're done. And you can always go back in and blend with that original brush too, if you find it's not looking like seamless like you want it to. I'll just keep doing that till I build up the coverage. So I think what I'm going to do next is go in with, I want to deepen the crease a little bit, but I don't want it to look like purple. Like that looks more purpley to me and it looks more pink in the picture. See? That one definitely looks more pink. Okay. I'm going to go in with this pink shade in the Revolution Marvelous Mattes. I really love Revolution eyeshadows. I think they're very pigmented. Here in Canada, at least, you can get them at Shoppers, which is like our drugstore. And I find they're really good. They're also not that expensive. I'm just going to take a tapered fluffy brush, the Defining Crease brush from Real Techniques, and dig into that pink. And this one is literally just in the crease. Not like how the other ones kind of like blended out. No, just in the crease. Okay, there we go. So I'm not really blending this, I'm just packing it in the crease. And after it's packed, then I will just slightly blend it out. And again, creating that kind of like wing out, that kind of wing out look, because we're gonna cut it. One thing about me, I love a cut crease. I don't care what anybody has to say. I freaking love a cut crease. And I think once you can kind of like master a cut crease, it's easy to do any other kind of eyeshadow look, in my opinion. Because I feel like a lot of the looks that people like are like a halo eye or a cut crease. Personally, I think I'm impartial to a cut crease. I love a halo eye, but something about the drama of a cut crease really just speaks to me. So I think another thing is I love makeup. I love playing in makeup. I love doing like dramatic makeup looks for my videos. I think as crazy as this sounds, I feel like I have this weird fear of being seen. I don't know. I think it's like this fear of being seen, but also a fear of being like unsuccessful, which I I don't know why I have either of them. However, I do, and that's a very real thing. So I think me forcing myself to do something that I think is fun, but also something that I know other people want to see is like very beneficial for me. And again, I know this looks crazy. I know it looks messy. I know. You gotta trust the process. So I'm just going to keep building up that coverage in the crease until I feel like it's enough. Will it ever be enough? I don't know, girl, but we're gonna try. Okay, so now that the color is to my liking and the crease again looks a little crazy, that's fine. I'm gonna take that same concealer and I'm going to take this is another Real Techniques brush. It's a definer brush. It's just like very small and angled. Very small angled cutie brush. Cut the crease, cut the crease. So how do I normally do this? I just follow my natural crease and I try to keep my eye open. If it goes a little bit above the crease, that's fine. But yes, so I'll just start and just follow what I see when my eyes open to cut it. Quiet on set, y'all. I need focus, okay? Quiet on set, quiet on set. All right, so the lid is cut, and now I'm just going to take some more concealer on that brush and follow that wing that we created here. So I don't know how else to explain it, but follow that, and then you see how it wings out. We're just gonna follow the bottom of that. So it looks like that. It looks a little crazy. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. And then I'm going to take that brush that we used to blend out our concealer and just blend the edges of that and blend up there and just make sure everything looks as like uniform as we want it to when my eyes open. And then take another Real Techniques, just small fluffy brush, whatever you've got, and take some of that loose powder and set it. Set all of it. Some people don't do this. They will just go right into the next eyeshadow. I cannot do that. I find that it moves around too much and it makes it way harder for me to do what it is that I actually want to do. So I don't do that. So then after that, I will go back in with that. I will go back in with this shade here, this little pinky shade. Just make sure that if I got any loose powder, anything like on the part of the eyelid that I don't want to be cut, just go back in to find that and clean it up a little bit better. If there's anything, there's not really anything. And then this will also make the cut crease look much more dramatic. Now I gotta do the other eye. Quiet on set. Okay, creases are cut. Now it's time for the big mama. I'm gonna take, it's a shading brush, but I'm gonna use it to pack on the macaw color. This macaw color right here. I don't know if I've used this one yet, but so when I say pack, I'm just patting it on the lid and I'm not doing anything else with it. Yeah, that looks right. So anywhere we just cut and set, put this on there. Just try not to overlap it. But yeah, I think this is the right color. Again, these shadows are so pigmented, obsessed with them. Love them. Now, obviously this brush is a little bit too big to get right up in there, so I'm going to take a smaller, what is this? This is a small smudge brush from e.l.f. It just looks, focus girl, focus. Looks like this. And just pack that on. Get some more color in there. So I can get closer to the line without being so nervous. You can pack, you can drag, whatever makes you feel more comfortable, I think. And then I will also just go over the entire lid. I just wanted to get like a good base with the fluffy one. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I still have to get used to like this setup, I think. Looks crazy. I know. Give it a second. Give it a second. So again, I'll just keep going back and packing it and packing it and packing it until I'm satisfied, if I will ever be satisfied. And then what I might do as well, what I'm going to do is take another very similar brush to this. Actually, okay, let me do the other eye and then I'll do what I said I'm gonna do. Now I'm going to go back in with that pink, this lighter pink, and just define a little bit more because I just want it to be like, I don't know, extra snatchiana, you know what I mean? Nothing crazy, just a little bit extra. I just find for me this helps a little bit better, and then also just on the off chance there's still some wet concealer that did not get set with eyeshadow or powder, it's set now. Okay, now the step that kind of brings everything all together before lashes, which nothing will bring together look like lashes will. I will just go back in and just make sure that there is enough blue. And then again, that same concealer. And then I'm just going to cut the crease. So not the crease, I'm going to clean up underneath here. So I'm just going to take it as if I had a wing that I was cleaning up and just go up like that. Then I'm going to take that same brush that we've been using this whole time to blend concealer and blend it out. So that is more so the vibe. And we're just gonna take it, do the same thing on the other eye. Same thing, take it, blend. And that's kind of the look for right now. Trust me, it'll look a lot better once everything's all done. Time to put the hair up because it's getting serious with the base makeup. I'm going to finish my base and then I will come back to you baddies. Okay, base makeup is done. I have mascara on my tops. While that dries, I am going to, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to put blue or pink under the eye. I think blue would really bring it together. So I am going to take a detailed crease brush and dip back into that macaw, that blue color. Take it just ever so slightly under the eye. Nothing crazy, just a little bit of blue to bring it all together. I don't really like a lot of like under eye eyeshadow. I don't know why. I just don't really think it's my thing. But yeah, just ever so slightly. And then I just want there to be like barely anything and then just blend it out a little bit. And now we're gonna get ready to do lashes. I've been using the same type of lash probably 4 years. It is, I got a pair ready to go at any moment, just in case. They're the Eye Envy KLEC06. Those are them. And I feel like as soon as you see the lash go on, you can tell how like the lash really brings the look together. I also have been using this, I don't know, since I was like 12. So I started using lashes. It's the Duo Lash Glue and I use it in the dark tone because then I don't have to worry about the white clear lash glue showing through. I don't have to worry about putting on eyeliner if I don't want to because this acts as like a sort of natural liner. See what I mean? See how that just like instantly changed the look, made it come together? I love a good big juicy lash. Okay. Lashes are on. I'm going to take some Essence What the Fake mascara and just put that on the bottom lashes. I usually love a really big dramatic bottom lash as well. If I'm doing like a colorful look, I feel like it really balances out well. So we're gonna see what we can make shake here. I'm trying to not make like the ugly mascara face, but it might just happen. Last eye step. I'm pretty sure in that photo I used like a light pinkish kind of shimmer on the inner corner. This is my go-to inner corner no matter what I got on. This is the Sephora Collection Colorful Shadow Stick and Liner in the shade 06 Copper. I am black. So it doesn't show up copper on me, it shows up gold, but that's what I like. So I'm just gonna take that and just put that on the inner corner. And I feel like that just brightens up the eye as if it needs to be any brighter. And I will usually take a little bit of this and just draw on the tip of my nose and then just like lightly blend that out. I just love like an overly highlighted tip of the nose. I don't know. It just does something for me. I did my brows in the wrong order. Usually I will do the NYX brow glue and then the e.l.f. Wow Brow Tinted Gel for color. I did the Wow Brow Tinted Gel forgetting that I didn't do the NYX brow glue. We're gonna do that. I like this stuff as well for when I have makeup on. When I don't have makeup on and I want like a slick brow, because obviously I have curly brows, I use the brow glue Crazy Lift. The lift is crazy. I literally went on vacation in December and I went to the Caribbean and I used that. Even in the Caribbean heat, stayed on all day, fell asleep before I washed my face, stayed on all night. Now we're going to go in with my fave lip combo at the moment. And it is, I use a lot of Sephora Collection products just because I find they're more affordable than the other stuff in Sephora, but also like they work very well. So this is the Colorful Transfer Proof Lip Liner in the shade Muted Brown. And then of course, our girl Riri Fenty Beauty, the Gloss Bomb in Champ Stamp Fantasy. I don't do anything crazy when it comes to lips, just line them. As you can see, I have like, there's my lip and then there's like a lighter band around my lip. So usually I will follow that lighter band. It just makes it easier. I love like a pouty lip too. And this stuff, I do find this stuff stays very well through drinking, through eating, through everything. I went out for Valentine's Day, went to a restaurant, I was wearing this lip combo. I obviously wiped off the lip gloss so I could eat and not eat lip gloss, but the lip liner stayed on. So it's really like that girl. It's like really creamy too. I love it. So then taking Champ Stamp Fantasy and just putting that all over, include like everywhere, put it everywhere. Make sure you go right over where you put that lip liner. I love for everything to be glossy. And just like that, the look is done. We are ready to go and film for the main channel. I like it. I think it came out pretty good. Honestly, I don't know if I got any better since I took that video or since that picture, but I think the beat looks great. Make sure to let me know what you guys think. If you liked this kind of more informal style, if you are a fan of a second channel, if you're a fan of seeing more videos of me, seeing maybe some more makeup content, some stuff like products that I use in my everyday life, questions that I get a lot on the main channel, but it's not really the place to answer them, you know? Travel vlogs, regular vlogs, those kinds of things, they will live here. I hope you love it here. I hope I will learn to love it some more over here and be less nervous about it all. But I thank you so much for being here. If you liked the video, like, subscribe, become a part of the second channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.